I want to tell you a story. In the Second World War, Nahila Rabbi, almost finished. In the Second World War, there was a lady which she escaped from the concentration camps with her 3 sons, and she was in Bukhara. And she was over there, and fine, so now she escaped the physical death. There's no physical death anymore. But she said if this goes on, there will be a spiritual death for her children. Her children are not learning Torah. They're at a point where they have to learn Torah. What are we doing over here? So fine, we escaped from the shackles, from the Gehinam, Alei Adamot. But what are we doing over here with my children? One day she was walking in the street and she saw somebody who looked like a Tamid Hacham, long beard, and his pe'ot tucked inside because of the animosity, of the hatred that they had towards the Yehudim. So she went up to him and she said, maybe you're Yehudi? He said, yes. She said, maybe you could take one son of mine. He's 13 years old. He's just turned bar mitzvah. He doesn't even know Aleph Bet. Please, maybe you could take him. Maybe you could learn Torah with him somewhere. He says, you're in luck. We have a mahteret, we have a place, an underground bunker in Samarkand. I could take him over there, but here's the deal. Tomorrow morning I'm leaving on the train, 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're not there, it's over. She said, of course I'm going to be there. The next morning she woke up early, she went over there to the train station, she met the guy, he took the boy, and Baruch Hashem, he was learning Torah. Few months later, the guy comes back to Bukhara, and she meets him again, and she says, no, what's going on with my son? Is he learning? He says, Baruch Hashem, your son is growing, flourishing, learning Torah, Rashi, Tosafot, Ma'arsha. She says, do me a favor, I have another son. Maybe you could take him. She said, no. One son, enough. I'll get in trouble. Please, take my second son. He says, no, absolutely not. But she knows the pattern by now. She knows that the train leaves at 9 o'clock in the morning. So what does she do? 9 o'clock in the morning, she goes with her son. The guy gets on the train. She takes her son. She throws him on the train. She says, now he's your responsibility. That's it. Teach him Torah. He says, I'm stuck with this boy right now. Fine. So he goes, he teaches him Torah. A few months later, she sees him again in Bukhara. And he says, oh, this lady's trouble. She says, how's it going with my children? Baruch Hashem, they're learning Torah. Maybe my third son is like 5 years old. Maybe you could take him. He says, what? What are you talking about? I put my life in danger, in jeopardy, just to teach your children Torah in this underground bunker. Now you want me to take your third son? Absolutely no way. I said, no problem. But she knows already. Next day, 9 o'clock in the morning, the train is about to leave. She tells her younger son, 6 years old, let's call him Shimon. She says, Shimon, look, mommy loves you. Mommy will never leave you. But right now you have to learn Torah. It's more important to have a spiritual growth than to have a physical growth. Not to die on the inside is more important than to die on the outside. Please do me a favor. As I'm telling you, I'm going to take you and throw you on the train when it turns 9 o'clock. You're going to meet the man. You're going to go. You're going to learn Torah with him. He says, but mommy, I can't leave you. Mommy, I can't leave you. What are you talking about? You're my mommy. I have nobody but you. Daddy already perished. My whole family got in the Holocaust. I only have you, mommy. So she says, listen to me. I promise you with a mother's promise, there will be one day where I'll come look for you. Don't worry, my son. And he's arguing back and forth. The train comes, she takes him, she throws him on the train. He meets the guy, they go. A few months later, she has to be good on her promise. She takes a train, she goes to Samarkand. But the problem is, she's on the train, she says to herself, what am I doing? I'm going to this place as if to see my son, but I have no idea where he is. He's in an underground bunker. I don't know where he is. Okay, the city is Samarkand, but I don't know where he's located. She gets off the train. She's walking in Samarkand. All of a sudden she hears, Mommy! Mommy! She turns around. She says, Shimon, what are you doing here? All emotional with tears flowing down her eyes. And he says, what do you mean, what am I doing here? Every single day when I finish learning, I go to the train station. Because you promised me, Mommy. You promised me you'll come back for me. And I know when a mommy promises, she'll be good on her promise, Mommy. Of course I'm always here for you. I'm always waiting for you because I know you'll never let me down. If we come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and tell HaKadosh, true story that happened. If we come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and we tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, we suffered long enough. You're our Abba. You put us in Chodesh Ab. Yes, and Abba wants to see all his children loving each other, everybody reuniting with each other, accepting each other, making sure nobody's embarrassed. Abba, we want to get back together with you because we know you promised us already. V'shachanti betoch bnei Israel, tishkom betoch Yerushalayim ircha, ka'asher dibarta. Hashem, it's you. You promised us. We didn't make it up. You promised us you want to come back to Yerushalayim.